go backwards, you review where you came from, where you are, and what's going forward. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think they want to invest in that exercise, but it'll be important that you take this plan of this administration, very big booklet. I can also, I'm sure it's even published, it's online, there's link all over. You can see it and review it and look at that versus the so-called pro agenda. So I will hope that Mr. Naim and others interested in this conversation will do that to be able to say whether or not this implementation that right now, when he was candidate Waka in 2017, he ran on the platform of roads. But can we say now that because when President Weah and others came, what they implemented was President Waka's vision? Of course, government is continuity. And I mean, I will try my best not to go into that, but I think it was necessary to state here clearly that every government comes with a plan. And I can say President Waka assembled some of the best minds. They developed one of the best development plans, and they have the implementation strategy, and the government is implementing the plan. So if others want to review what's in there, please feel free. Talk to folks at the Ministry of Finance and Planning, go online, pick up the document, read it in such a volume, read it and see and compare whether or not they're the same. Whether or not the president is participating in the event tonight, tomorrow evening as a citizen of LOFA or president or chief prisoner of court, I would say all of the above. Because if any county also is working on something, they're doing a plan and they invite the president, of course the president will definitely love to attend, will attend. And because the citizens of LOFA who organized this, they've invited him as chief patron of sport, he have honored their invitation, and also being a son of LOFA, of course, is going to attend it as well. So I would say all of the above, as you have asked, he will attend the event. And especially so, this is also about transforming a regular pitch in LOFA to a modern stadium. And I mean, it's a development initiative that the citizens are working together for. And he will support it, and he's supporting it. And any other citizens that are working on similar projects in their counties, in any part of the country, he looks forward to that. But more importantly, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they are working diligently to modernize our pitches across the country. So to ensure that we can also have other games in my county, I'm looking forward to Bravo Sports, the Momotawa Stadium being carpeted, so that we can invite Benji there and others, to be there. I think we'll take a final round of questions, and we will call it a day. Yes.
I'm Gio Silva from QSM.
I just want you to address this question again. Can you tell us the price of the vehicle the president, the EPS bought for the president, the actual price of the two vehicles, please? Yes, just to follow up on that, I listened to the email. I just wanted to be very clear. Like my colleague asked, we're really necessitated to purchase vehicles. And as the explanation, was it because the previous ones were 40, or was it because of security protection of the president? And two, did they not outline some of the exclusive projects of this administration as previously asked? Thank you.
Yes, Madam PDS, is the president still thinking on the county tour? If yes, when should the citizens in other counties or towns expect to see the president?
Okay, thank you very much. I will start with a question. Okay. So I will start with the last question as to the county tour. There have been adjustments in the schedule of when the county tour will happen. And as to the new date and time, I will definitely inform all of you. What necessitated, I inform you that the previous vehicles, they had issues, and especially so one broke down with the president on board. And besides that, EPS determines when, how, what, make, model, president's vehicles, but also the safety. President's safety is number one priority. As to the project, as I've mentioned, except you've not been here, you do know that when this administration came into being, there was the first 100-day deliverable plan. And under that project, roads were temporarily made passable during the course of the rain, and those were the beginning of continuing the president's project. And currently, as we speak, some of the negotiations that are happening with the road work that are happening is his government that's doing that, especially the expansion of the Rabas field highway is a notable one. The restoration of electricity in key areas, the solar lights you see across the country, in the city. You also see the works of the different things, particularly the performance appraisal. For the first time in our country, you have ministers signing performance appraisals, and that this government will assess, what they say they will do. Because as leaders of the different sectors, you see them, and even in the agricultural sector, they've been tremendous work with the team. New farmers have been getting implements and workings in terms of working to improve their areas. A very notable war in economic crime report, the executive order establishing office, and that project was an exclusive work of this, the Office of the Ombudsman. And as you can tell, there have been a number of different things, different investigations that have happened, even current public officials. Some of them were fined, some of them have been made to pay some fines, some of them apologized publicly. And with the number of different audits that are happening for the first time, a lot of things are unprecedented. The reburial efforts to uplift the reconciliation. So there are a number of achievements and things that are ongoing with the current administration, and you will see a lot more happening with this current administration and the president, and to see what's going to happen. As to the price of the vehicle, as I've said, the EPS is in charge of the president's security, the president's safety. The EPS has the details as to what the vehicle costs and the procurement processes. But I can say, especially the most important part of this conversation, is that all procurement processes were followed to the letter. All procurement processes as to the procurement, the bringing in of the vehicle were all followed to the letter. Thank you all so much. You do have one more.
Yes.
I did say the counted for schedule have been adjusted, and the new date will be communicated to you all. Yes.
So my name is Regan Oslevi, and I report from the Liberia News Agency under the newsroom position. There are a lot of people who believe, Liberians believe that some of the president's cabinet ministers are actually FOA decimated. Are there plans by the government, necessarily the president, to reshuffle those who are FOA?
Who are those you may want to tell us some of the names that you've heard from the Liberian people since you did some survey? Can you? You should be able to say some of the names that you hear. But I can say, you remember, I did talk about the performance appraisal. And one of the things that the performance for this government, especially for the president, his actions are not going to be based on hearsay or hearsay. So that is why all of the commissioning exercises you've seen of recent, you'll see this minister will come and pledge and take the oath of office, right, and move or proceed to signing the performance appraisal, because that process is important for the president and administration. So at every given time, they review, because you will present what you want. I did also mention prior to your comment that the president has been receiving updates from SOEs coming inform the president, present not just by mouth, to present written reports as to what they've done for the period, what the challenges are, and how they intend to address some of those challenges, and where they need the president's intervention and where they need that decision for. So yes, that process will be meticulous, except where an official of government does something really egregious, or does something like a flagrant act of corruption or something, that will, ask of him, they did something that really need that urgent decision of firing, that will do corruption, issues of integrity, whatnot. But other than that, where the speculation or is believed that this person is underperforming, ministers and appointed officials' underperformance will be based on the appraisers. And that appraisal component is undertaken by the president's office that is specifically responsible for the cabinet, that is the cabinet secretariat. So at every given time, we have updates, the ministers are ready to provide reports. Where someone will say, oh yeah, there's one thing that someone may report one thing, and the actuality may be different. But the team is not just sitting to receive reports from the ministers. The team, there's a whole presidential delivery unit, and there are also team within the president's cabinet secretariat that they will be able to go in the field to verify some of these information. So, for example, if you say by the end of this quarter, you want to fix the road from Broad Street to Vitam, by the end of the period, if they've not seen any movement, and there's no reason why you say you have all of the resources, you have everything in your care that should make that happen, and you have not taken a stand or you've not done anything, that will be noted and will also impact your own appraisal. So based on the appraisals, then the president now will take decision and say, Minister Levin, Mr. Reagan, Minister Paul, Minister this, Minister that. Maybe it's a prophecy. You underperform and your performance scorecard is F. So based on that, we'll ask that we say thank you and we look forward to engaging sometime in the future on different things also. So the president wants to do reshuffle from a scientific perspective or from a research based on the report and not just they say or hearsay. Yes, the president has an idea on how a sector should look like, what he wants at the end. And every time, even the most recent cabinet meeting, the president did say that if you are wasting my time, you need to achieve X, Y, Z. So, but the achievements will be based on the performance. And the performance based on the contract that they signed, because they enter into a contract with the president, they sign and say, I agree to do X, Y, Z. So that review will happen. So thank you all so much and have a wonderful weekend. And I look forward to seeing you here again next week.
Share the video if you're watching.